Hello guys, so I wanted to talk about a phrase that it grinds my gears just a little tinsy bit. So yeah. By the way, I'm kneeling down by my desk because I have no chairs, so donate to my PayPal. So that's the thing. But basically I can't stand this phrase, you're lucky. You're so lucky. You are lucky. Because usually it's from people that haven't done shit to get to where you are. And you've gone to you fucking swam miles. And it's just, I just want to clarify, don't get me wrong. I know there are certain privileges in life that help. Because of course I know that coming from going to a certain school can help influence your education, which gets you someplace, yada yada yada. But right now I'm specifically talking about the things that aren't based on luck, which aren't based on privileges and shit like that. So, but some of these might actually be influenced by stuff like that, if that makes sense. I hope that does. So, let's talk about it. Basically, one thing I get told I'm lucky about is the fact that I have patrons. Now, I do feel lucky for that, don't get me wrong. But I have been creating content for 5 years on YouTube and all this stuff. And somehow people started to like what I do and started to catch along. And I'm so grateful for that. But some people who started creating content 1 month ago have 2 videos, start up a Patreon and tell me I'm lucky for having patrons because they don't have any patrons. And quite frankly, that's just down to how long I've been doing it, the hard work, and building connections. And my patrons are my potato family, so I love them a lot. That's a bit hard. But it's not solely based on luck. I think going viral is based on luck, but I think if you're likable, work hard and build connections and create a community and a family, then people are more likely to support you. But if you only have 2 videos out, it's very unlikely that someone will decide to financially support your channel when your channel is essentially non-existent. Because basically what I went through, I had it was probably a year actually. I had a year where I was inconsistently uploading and people were begging me to upload videos. They were like, when's your next video? And I was like, I don't know. So to meet halfway, I made a Patreon and people supported me on there in return for videos. It makes sense. And that's just how that happened. I'm lucky for that though. I'm lucky that people decided to support me. I know that, but yeah. Another thing people tell me I'm lucky for is my camera equipment and shit. And yes, again, I am quite lucky for that. I know not everybody has that. But I've worn the same pair of shoes for 3 years. Yeah. I don't wear designer shit. I'm wearing an Echo Palace. I commissioned an artist for that for about £6 and I got it on a t-shirt and paid for it. I don't wear designer shit. Yeah. Yes, I have a MacBook, I have a Canon, I have a microphone, all that good stuff. I got my laptop 5 years ago. It's lasted me since. I got my camera about the same time. My microphone I got, I think it was last Christmas. But basically, I've asked for them for Christmas as my only Christmas gift and I've kept it as that. I don't have any gaming consoles. I don't have any designer shoes, clothes. I barely have any clothes in general. I don't order takeaways as often. I don't really go places or do things. So yeah, it's you meet halfway. But the people I see calling me lucky for having my camera and shit, they are people that have designer gaming computer, a fucking whole built PC with a fucking comfy ass chair and that's cool and everything, but I asked for this. And at the time, I was following a filmmaking career. So I got that to help with my career. And it sort of did. I didn't go far in the filmmaking world. I decided accountancy was better suited for me. But I still use camera for YouTube and you guys and Patreon and all that good stuff. So it's like a mini career for me essentially, so it does help a lot there. I am thankful for having a very supportive dad in that way. So yeah, but I do go without in other areas, but I'm okay with that because of this. And I'm sounding like a spoiled brat, but I'm not saying I'm not lucky for having a camera. I know not everyone gets like expensive Christmas gifts, but for the whole year, I basically pay for my own food, clothes, all that stuff. I don't even buy myself clothes, so I can buy a fucking desk, you know? It's that sort of scenario. I pay for my own dog. I'm quite independent apart from the fact I don't pay bills and rent. I pay for my own phone bill and shit like that. That's another thing. I didn't really have a phone until a year ago. I had a Motorola 2, Gen 2, and then I had a Doogie X6 Pro. It was shit, absolutely shit. But I basically just went without a phone for a few years. I had a HTC One before that for about 3 years. Then I went without for about 3 years, and now I have a Samsung Galaxy S7, which I fucking love. But I pay for that myself out of what I earn from Patreon, so thank you for that. But I also get called lucky for my amount of subscribers. And that sort of really like grinds my gears, because I would like to think it was down to hard work. And I'd like to think it was down to people like my content so they stuck around. I hope that's the case. That's what I like to think it is. But then people call me lucky for it as if like I had a viral video that helped got there. But I feel like even if you made a viral video, you put effort into that video and it had a reason to go viral. So that would have been hard work and not luck. Yeah, but I think people need to reflect more on what they have and what others have. Like, I would love to have a gaming PC, but I don't think someone else that has it is lucky, because I realised they spent their money on that rather than a camera. They prioritise that. I prioritise my camera. I recently bought a new lens. I'm not using the lens, it's there, but that happened. I just think it would be nice if people could be a bit more supportive sometimes and like realise where your own failures are, or where you put your energy and where they're putting their energy. I put my energy into filmmaking, you put your energy into gaming. You're probably going to be better at games than me and own more gaming shit than me. I'm probably going to own more filming shit than you. It's just how it is, okay? So I don't think it's down to luck on any party. I think it's just priority. If it's a priority, you're gonna have it. You know what I mean? That sounds spoiled. But I feel like if it's a priority, you're actively working towards it, asking for it, grinding for it, hustling, all that good shit. I'm trying to sound cool. I'm trying to use the words I hear across YouTube. Probably not working. I just think it's a bit disrespectful to like misplace someone's success as luck. Because it's not like that, man. Someone has probably grinded their ass off to get there. And like, I'm not going to blast my struggles and troubles all over the internet, but I've had some, you know what I mean? And they've added hurdles and I've got over them and tried to become me. I'm still struggling with hurdles, but I try not to let that interfere with my success and my personal growth, because I want to be the best me that I can be. And if I let myself get in the way of myself, then I'm not going to be the best me that I can be. It's like right now, I walk an hour to work every day. Well, not every day, every time I have a shift. I work an hour to work and an hour back. After doing a 4-hour shift on my feet. Could be worse, but it also could be better. Like, my parents give me a lift, but they don't. So I do that, and then I buy myself good shit, and then I get called lucky for having the good shit, which I've just like worked 4-hour shifts for and walked 2 hours to do a 4-hour shift. Like, bitch. I'm trying my best too, so let's not put anyone down in the process. I think artists can relate to this as well. You know when you tell an artist they are lucky that they have the talent to draw? when they have just spent about 5 years trying to perfect how they draw hands or eyes or anatomy, I see artists get told they're lucky all the time, and I've just seen how much they've struggled and gone through shit to get to where they are. They've probably had mental breakdowns, and they've just worked hard, and it's been dismissed as luck, and I don't think that's fair. If you really wanted to be that good at art, you would have been trying. You were probably too busy playing Fortnite to even pick up a pencil and draw 5 pieces of artwork a day like my artist friends have, but you're calling them lucky, and it's like, no honey, no, you don't have that skill because you didn't try and grow that skill. So now you're just being like, oh, you're just lucky. No, they actually fucking tried for it. If you want it, try for it. Then you can be upset that you ain't that great or whatever, but if you're not trying, you can't be upset that you don't have that shit, you know? And if you don't ever use a camera, then why would you be unlucky for not having a fucking DSLR? You would start with your phone and then work up to a Canon, whatever, rather than like, because what would you need this big boy for? Yeah, come on. It's not luck, it's just priorities, hard work, and the support system around you. I'm quite lucky. I have a supportive dad and supportive friends. It's just how it is. I think that rant went a bit rambly, but I hope I didn't sound too spoiled. I'm not unlucky. I do have some shit thrown at me though, but I try not to let it dig at me. But I just think, if you're trying to compliment someone, don't say you're lucky. Just don't say they're lucky, and just actually find a compliment in there somewhere. And if you're being like, oh, you're so lucky that you have a camera, while you're sat at your £2,000 computer, think again. Just think again, bitch. Because there's a reason you don't have a camera, and it might be because you got a £2,000 computer right on your desk. I've got my bad boy, I'm lucky. But everything I have, before you start comparing yourself to me, has been accumulated over years. I have been creating videos for 10 years. I went from a Nokia to a BlackBerry to iPad 2 to a phone. I then had a Fujifilm camera, digital camera. I went to a Nikon L110 and now have a Canon 700D. I was using Windows Live Movie Maker for forever, and then I got this bad boy and went and got Final Cut Pro because I love myself, and it helped with my college course and grade a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my little rant. Please don't compare yourself to me, and you know, because we're in different situations, we have different priorities. If we have the same priorities, fair enough, but we might have different timelines, you know what I mean? Different situations, support systems. We're all in this together, and I think we're all hardworking, and I don't think it's a case of bad luck or unluck, like bad luck and good luck. We're just trying our best. Sometimes it gets us there, sometimes it don't. Just keep at it, and you might one day have your dream shit, your goal amount of followers, and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to Quiet Potato. Weallstink and Camilla, over and out.